Well, welcome back. Direct Selling Shift. Blake here. And before we jump into this week's shift summary, I just want to take a minute and thank all of you for plugging in and all of the support we have been getting across the channel, really, for this show. It has been so fun to get this idea off the ground and inspiring to see already the type of conversations we're able to really dive into, the caliber of leaders that are willing to participate and really create something special here where we have so many different companies, brands, styles of doing business, people, personalities from different parts of the world coming together around a same mutual cause to really raise the lid across the channel. It truly is something special and unique. And I just want to say thank you to all of the guests that have taken time to be on the show. But even more importantly, you, our community of listeners that are tuning in every single week to grow yourself, to grow your business, to grow our communities across this channel. And for all of the feedback. Thank you for everybody that's been dropping by. Those reviews you're leaving on the platforms, they matter. Those 5 stars, those write a review, we see all of them. I read them. Our DSN team reads them. Everything on YouTube, and a special thanks to those of you that actually have taken some time even to send some personal notes and personal DMs with some of the feedback you've been having and receiving on this show and the stuff that you're applying. That's why we're here. That's why we're showing up. And I just want to say I feel blessed and honored to be along this journey with you. And I hope that we're adding value. And we are committed to continuing to serve in a way that can help you become all that you can be, grow your business to achieve those goals, and really continue to evolve and raise the conversation and vibration of what we're all doing, the mission we're all on across the channel. We are making a difference in people's lives, and conversations like this, empowering you, growing you as a person and as a leader so you can pour into others, it does make a difference. And I just want to say I wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be here, and the show wouldn't be here without all of you. So thank you for that. I feel like we're just getting started, but it's crazy. A few months in, already proud to say, a little brag moment here. We're recognized as one of the top 100 podcasts in the entrepreneurial category in the U.S., top 50 Canada, even higher in some of the international markets. We see you. We appreciate you. Coming up on, approaching 10,000 downloads in our first few episodes. So we're off to an amazing start, and yet I feel like we are really just at the starting gates of the impact that we can and plan to make with all of your support out there. So thank you for that, and for those of you that continue to follow the show, share the show, it does mean the world to myself and the team at DSN, and quite frankly, the leaders that are taking time for no other reason than to make an impact that are showing up on the show. So one of the things I love is our time together with these shift summaries, right? Every other week we have guest conversations. We get a chance to go longer form, really deep, vulnerable, transparent dialogue, unpacking what's working in this channel right now, the most significant shifts that real leaders, real achievers, really making it happen in today, in the now, have made that can help you, right? Fast track your journey, collapse time. And then every other week in between, we get a chance to kind of highlight and spotlight some key learnings and learn together, because that is how I see my role here, is really a chance just to have engaged conversations and be curious, ask some fascinating questions, but really learn alongside of you on this journey. So I love our time together where we get a chance to stop, pause, look back, extract, absorb, apply, right? Because the purpose here is not just to listen, right, or even learn, but to actually translate that into tangible shifts, real shifts in your business and your life that make a difference. Last week's conversation was exceptional. Did you catch it? We had Trisha Deming on the show. I loved her energy, just loved her vibe. Talk about an inspiring story. She shared her journey from a struggling real estate appraiser to now obviously a top earner in this channel, in her company. I love her vulnerable stories of really including her early, real, what felt like failures that brought even tears to her eyes in those moments. We could feel the emotion when she shared, but ultimately was a catalyst to her success, and how she shared insights, really battling self-doubt along the way. People that really criticized or didn't believe maybe on the path that she was on initially. And she translated all of the emotions and the feeling not only into mindset, but tactical advice, real next steps, in order to advance your business. We talked about expanding and upgrading your peer circle. We talked about morning routines. We talked about genuinely connecting with people in that full conversation. And I think for those of you that heard it, you really discover kind of why Trisha believes focusing on relationships is what matters most, the heart of this business. So much that we covered in the conversation in terms of key moments, but I want to take some time really just to highlight 3 shifts, not everything, but 3 themes that I felt really were at the core of our time with Trisha Deming, at least things that I took from that conversation. Starting with shift number 1, and shift number 1, I'm going to say has to do with this notion of turning your haters into action motivators. In our conversation with Trisha, she shared her story of her very first in-home presentation when she was brand new to the channel, and how excited she was, right, to bring all the people she cared about together, and how in that room she used the term heckler. How many of you have had somebody already in your journey that just didn't see what you see? They didn't believe what you believe. And not only did they not really see what you see or believe what you believe, they went the extra step to really make a point, right, that they had an opposite opinion in some way. Maybe it was something they said or something they did, right? And what we learned through Trisha really sharing her story was how that moment, even while she was going through it, it was emotional, right? It was heavy. That moment was really a catalyst to her success, because that moment of people doubting really challenged her desire to ask herself the tough questions. How bad did she want it? Right? What was she willing to do to get it? Was her belief in what was possible for her greater than a critic or a hater's belief in what wasn't possible for them? And you're going to face those same moments and those same questions, and people that are going to challenge your own confidence. Insert potential seeds of self-doubt, and you're going to have to make that same decision. Are you going to let their opinion outweigh your opinion? Are you going to let their belief in what's not possible outweigh your belief in what is possible? Are you going to let somebody else's limited thinking and limited vision of what your life can be distort or limit your own vision of what your dream, your reality really can be? You can turn those haters actually into an energy that moves you to action. So if you're someone that has faced or is facing those critics, those haters, don't allow them for 1 second to insert a doubt. Make the shift. Let's turn our haters into our action motivators. Now, the second theme or shift I want to talk about is really this concept of choosing your circle. You know what I mean by your circle. We've had a lot of guests talk about the power of your peer group, who you choose to associate with. I loved how Trisha gave us a simple tactical advice, really through her own story, how she got introduced to personal growth through Jack Canfield, right, a legend in the personal growth space, and how he taught her a very specific exercise to write a list of all of the people in her life at that time that were taking energy from her and the people that were adding energy to her, right? A audit of a peer group, an audit or analysis of a social circle. Guys, you can do this tonight. Take out a piece of paper, draw a big T chart, write a negative on one side, a plus on the other, and you can audit your peer group right now. The people you spend time with. Who are the people that are not serving the future you? The people that are taking energy from you. The people that have a negative vibe or frequency that limit who you are and what you want to create. And on the other side, put the people that are the opposite, the people that fill you up, that fill your cup, the people that give you energy, the people that challenge you to raise your standards, the people that inspire you to do more, the people that nudge you outside your comfort zone, and make a conscious decision to start to reduce or remove the side that limits you and spend more time with and building the side that empowers you. But it starts with awareness, making the list. Make the list. Make the list. So that's shift number 2. Let's choose your circle. It's a by design thing, not a by default thing. And let's make the shift. And the last shift I want to talk about really was at the heart of our conversation with Trisha. And I think this wasn't just a strategy. It wasn't a tactic. You could feel in our conversation, just in her vibe, her frequency, it really is who she is. And this last shift really has to do with genuinely caring. And I know that sounds funny, knowing that we are in a relationship marketing business, but genuinely caring. I love how she said, you got to realize it's not about us. It's about them. Well, what's about them? Everything's about them. When it comes to how she approaches her recruiting, it's not about what she can get out of the conversation. It's truly about assessing the value she can bring to a person. That's the lens we should be approaching our prospective customers. What value can our product, our service, our brand, our opportunity bring to them for their life, for their dreams, for their goals, for their ambitions? It's not about us. It's about the value we can bring to them. Sure, we're an invitation. Sure, we're an open door. But it's not about what we can get. It's about truly what we can give in that process. Not just enrolling, but when someone signs up and goes through the checkout, how are we onboarding that customer or that promoter in a way that best serves them, wraps right arms around them, makes them feel like they belong, gives them every advantage in order to go after those goals? I know many of you that listen to the episode, you're like, wait, did she just say she's not using social media as a key tool? So many of our conversations from a lot of leaders have been around social media, marketing, which makes sense in the world today. And a lot of individuals we've had on the show are 100% online. And here you have Trisha, top of an organization, absolutely crushing it. And that's not even her focus. And when you ask, well, what is? It's this. It's the relationship thing. It may not be high tech, but it's high touch. It's genuinely caring. It's giving people value. It's taking care of the customers and the community that she has. It's making them realize that, you know what, she is a real person with a real family on a real mission, and she sees them. It's a human-to-human thing in her words. I mean, talk about a breakthrough strategy. Talk about an amazing marketing tactic. Care. Genuinely care, and weave that into every phase of your business. Genuine relationships and caring for others is what can break through and allow you to create long-term success within this business. So let's make the shift. So there you have it. 3 themes. There were so many more, but 3 huge themes. And a challenge for you this week. Let's focus on turning those haters into action motivators. Don't let them give you self-doubt. Let's create that told you so list. Let's use that prove them wrong, chip on the shoulder energy to push through to your next level, right? Let's choose your circle. Make the list. Reduce and minimize the left side, add more, right? And spend more time and invest in the right side. But take the time to set the intention and genuinely care. Not just because it'll get you better outcomes. It will. Not because it's a marketing tactic, but genuinely care because that's the mission that you are on. And if that's how you show up and that's the intention, people are going to feel that and it's going to give you amplified results. So there's your challenge for this week. Make the Shift. And you guys know you can go back and listen to last week's episode and all the episodes as many times as you want. I know when I listen to things over and over again, I pick up more the second time maybe than I did the first time. And as we evolve our business, we're in different places and we're in different states. So we receive information in different ways. We're all the places you guys know. If you listen on Apple, drop us a rating and review. That stuff does matter. Spotify, we see you. Hey, you can watch us on YouTube as well. And you can follow the show on all of those platforms. Oh, and by the way, did you catch us now on social? We have new Direct Selling Shift social media channels on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Some great content getting pushed out, allow you to share and inspire the team along with new episodes. You can drop by directsellingshift.com and subscribe to the show. We'll send you reminders every single Monday when the new episodes drop. And you can also nominate future guests if you got someone that you think would be a great guest or topics you'd love for us to cover. All of that at directsellingshift.com, because I do believe that a shift is a gift, and we're doing our best to give those gifts to you and help you go to your next level in your business. But you also have that power to pay it forward and pass the show and the episodes like this to people in your community. And maybe it might be the shift they need right now to go to their next level. So we appreciate all of that. Direct Selling Shift as your key resource, and new guest episodes every other Monday, which means, yes, on Monday, we got an absolutely extraordinary guest coming up. She is an industry powerhouse, 11th year in direct selling. Her story, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm warning you right now, it's deep. She was a career in education, now a top leader in her company, sharing her journey. We talk about strengths in leadership, creativity, adaptability, what she has done to generate, get this, over $400 million in team sales to date. Truly extraordinary. Leads by example, such a positive role model. Also a mom, right? A parent of 4 and a driving force for her family and her company and her business. And I promise you, we get into a dialogue that I don't think has ever been had in the channel, and it is so timely and so needed. And I was sitting there saying, wow, this conversation shines a spotlight on what this industry has been going through and feeling over the last 12, 24, 36 months. And I promise you, it's going to make things make a lot of sense and give a blueprint and a roadmap for where we go next. The conversation is next level. Tune in on Monday. Follow the show. Share the show. We appreciate you. And until then, let's make the shift. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.